Zhang Yi's apartment remains a secure fortress, with its heavy alloy door and comprehensive security camera network. However, the desperation outside is escalating, and the sound of a gunshot in the hallway sends a chill down Zhang Yi's spine. The gunshot is later revealed to be from Chen Zhanghao, who is holding a gun in front of an apartment on the third floor. Chen Zhanghao's actions are a clear indication of the breakdown of social order, and the residents are shocked and filled with fear. Zhang Yi, on the other hand, remains calm and detached, knowing that his apartment is secure and that he has the means to defend himself. He is more interested in observing the developments outside, particularly the formation of a new group chat among the residents, where they consider banding together for mutual support. The scene outside Zhang Yi's apartment is one of chaos and desperation. Fang Yuqing and Lin Kaining, who had been trying to break into Zhang Yi's apartment, are repelled by a stink bomb, and they stumble away, vomiting and disoriented. The hallway is filled with the pungent smell of the stink bomb, and Zhang Yi's neighbors complain about the odor. However, Zhang Yi is unfazed, knowing that his apartment is secure and that he has the means to defend himself. He is more concerned about the potential threats outside, particularly from Chen Zhanghao, who is now wielding a gun and threatening the residents. Chen Zhanghao's actions are a clear indication of the desperation and lawlessness that has taken hold of the apartment building. He is using a combination of threats and persuasion to intimidate the residents, and his message to the group chat is a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk outside. The residents are shocked and filled with fear, and they are unsure of how to respond to Chen Zhanghao's threats. Some of them consider banding together for mutual support, but Zhang Yi remains skeptical, knowing that his own safety is guaranteed. He is more interested in observing the developments outside, particularly the dynamics between Chen Zhanghao and the residents. The formation of a new group chat among the residents is a significant development, as it indicates that some of them are willing to take action to protect themselves. However, Zhang Yi remains detached, knowing that his own safety is guaranteed. He is more interested in observing the developments outside, particularly the dynamics between Chen Zhanghao and the residents. The situation is complex and unpredictable, and Zhang Yi is aware that anything can happen. He is prepared to defend himself, but he is also aware that the situation can escalate quickly. The sound of the gunshot is still echoing in his mind, and he knows that the desperation outside is escalating. As the situation continues to unfold, Zhang Yi remains calm and detached, knowing that his apartment is secure and that he has the means to defend himself. He is more interested in observing the developments outside, particularly the dynamics between Chen Zhanghao and the residents. The residents are shocked and filled with fear, and they are unsure of how to respond to Chen Zhanghao's threats. Some of them consider banding together for mutual support, but Zhang Yi remains skeptical, knowing that his own safety is guaranteed. The situation is complex and unpredictable, and Zhang Yi is aware that anything can happen. He is prepared to defend himself, but he is also aware that the situation can escalate quickly. The sound of the gunshot is still echoing in his mind, and he knows that the desperation outside is escalating. Zhang Yi's expression turns grave as he realizes the gravity of the situation, and he knows that he must be prepared for anything. The community is in a state of panic and discussion about Chen Zhanghao's actions, with many calling for unity and action against him. However, when it comes to actually taking action, the community is hesitant and fearful of Chen Zhanghao's gun. Uncle Yu, a respected veteran and security guard, steps forward and offers to lead the way in confronting Chen Zhanghao, but despite the community's praise and suggestions, no one is willing to accompany him. The community's enthusiasm and bravado are contrasted with their lack of action, highlighting the difficulty of taking a stand against Chen Zhanghao. Uncle Yu's decision to take action is met with praise, but also with a lack of tangible support, leaving him to potentially face Chen Zhanghao alone. The community's fear and hesitation are palpable, and it remains to be seen whether they will be able to overcome their fears and take action against Chen Zhanghao. The community's dynamics are complex, with many individuals calling for action but few willing to take the lead. As the residents of Building 25 attempt to come up with a plan to deal with the situation, the discussion quickly turns sour as the female residents expect the men to confront Chen Zhanghao, while the men refuse to do so, feeling that they are being unfairly expected to put themselves in harm's way. The argument escalates into a full-blown gender conflict, with both sides exchanging insults and accusations. Despite Uncle Yu's attempts to intervene and appeal for calm, the situation continues to deteriorate, with Lu Tiantian, a young and outspoken female resident, leading the charge against the men. The residents are still reeling from the aftermath of the global freeze, and the lack of a clear leader or plan has created a power vacuum that is being filled by chaos and infighting. As the argument continues to rage on, it becomes increasingly clear that the residents of Building 25 are in dire need of a unified and effective response to the threat posed by Chen Zhanghao, lest they fall victim to his gang's violence and intimidation. With tensions running high and emotions running hotter, the residents of Building 25 are faced with a daunting challenge. Can they put aside their differences and work together to overcome the threats that they face, or will they succumb to their own internal conflicts and allow Chen Zhanghao to take advantage of their divisions? The community must come together and take action if they hope to stop Chen Zhanghao and restore peace to their neighborhood. The chapter begins with a heated argument in the chat group, where Lu Tiantian's statement is met with ridicule and scorn from the male residents. The conversation quickly devolves into a vicious and filthy exchange, with the residents forgetting the original purpose of the group. Zhang Yi watches the chat with amusement, finding it entertaining in a bleak and desperate world. He then turns his attention to cooking a meal, using fresh ingredients from the alternate dimension to prepare a stew and flatbreads. As he eats, he receives messages from Fang Yuqing and Lin Caning, who are pleading for his help and protection from Chen Zhanghao. They are clearly terrified of being killed and are willing to do anything to stay safe. Zhang Yi, however, is unmoved by their pleas and instead chooses to ignore them, leaving them with a glimmer of hope. As the day passes, Zhang Yi notices that Chen Zhanghao and his men are not in a hurry to continue their operations, instead choosing to gather supplies and appease some of the homeowners. However, Zhang Yi's security cameras capture something unusual: Chen Zhanghao's henchmen carrying 2 corpses out of their apartment. Zhang Yi recognizes the men as not being from their building and realizes that they must have frozen to death after being soaked with a hose in the extreme cold. He is shocked and disturbed by the discovery, and his suspicions are further aroused when he sees that the corpses have been left at the doorway. Zhang Yi's mind racing, he comes to a terrifying conclusion: Chen Zhanghao may be planning to use the corpses as a food source. The discovery sends chills down Zhang Yi's spine, but he quickly calms down, accepting the reality of the situation. He reflects on the fact that humans will commit cruel acts when driven by hunger and desperation, and that cannibalism is not uncommon in times of great disaster. Zhang Yi's experience in the apocalypse has prepared him for this reality, and he is able to accept it more easily than others. Despite his dislike for Chen Zhanghao, Zhang Yi can't help but admire the man's ruthlessness and willingness to do whatever it takes to survive. As the chapter comes to a close, Zhang Yi is left to ponder the implications of Chen Zhanghao's actions and the desperate state of the world. He is aware that he is not immune to the dangers that lurk outside his apartment and that he must remain vigilant to protect himself. The peaceful atmosphere inside his apartment is a stark contrast to the harsh and unforgiving world outside, and Zhang Yi is determined to do whatever it takes to maintain his safety and security. With Chen Zhanghao's true nature revealed, Zhang Yi must now consider the possibility of an even greater threat looming on the horizon. The world outside Zhang Yi's apartment is harsh and unforgiving, with the extreme cold and lack of supplies taking a toll on the residents. The chat group, once a means of communication and support, has devolved into a toxic and vicious exchange, with the residents turning on each other in desperation. Chen Zhanghao's actions have added a new layer of complexity to the situation, and Zhang Yi must now navigate this treacherous landscape to ensure his survival. As the stakes continue to rise, Zhang Yi must remain alert and prepared for anything, using his experience and knowledge to stay one step ahead of the dangers that lurk outside his apartment.